This is Dave Pierre. I'll be showing you my honors project. So this project is just basically going to describe a web application that basically is a Facebook library. So you're able to search songs and book codes and have a list of your favorite songs. And also you're able to do some user authentication. So you're able to have your own account. And yeah, so basically, this is the main project. So this whole thing is all the requirements that I built for this project, and it starts in the parser project. So what this parser project does is that it's just a script that reads from the config file, and this is the database that has all the data that we're going to insert into our um, Firebase database. So basically, Firebase is just a hosted database that you're able to kind of have like a NoSQL database that you can read from and your application can use. So basically, what we're doing here is inserting into the cloud Firebase. But first, we're going to do a little bit of formatting. So for the book codes, we're going to combine the songs with it. So we're going to uh, make it so that if I wanted to see a book code, I would have all its associated songs with it. um, I think it'll just be better instead of just making another query based on the code. That would just make it less fast. And I think that was it for this parser. So once you run this code in a new project, you only have to run it once, because since it's associated with your Google account, you always have the information online. And then our second project is just going to be the RESTful API. Um, so basically, this RESTful API here is it's just going to be able to just going to be for us to do a full text search in our application. So unfortunately, cloud-based Firestore is unable to do full text uh, search requests. So, like, if I typed in jazz for songs, I won't be able to get all the songs for it, since the documents are not indexed in any way. Um, I'm able to do queries, just like if I can I can find like a particular document by its ID, but I can't just do similar documents that have jazz into it. Um, so what this application does is build like a server using Express, and it creates indices using the Elastic Lunar package. So we're gonna create indices for both the book code index and the Facebook index, and we're basically just gonna go over the title for the book code, but for the Facebook code, we're gonna go over the book code and title for it as well. And then basically, we're going to read from the file again, from the config file that has all our data loaded into the index so that we can index it. And then once it starts running, um, we will have our data available to us that we're able to use a call. So as you can see, when I run it, it's kind of reading all the file and printing out what it's reading. But right now, these are the two endpoints that I have available. So basically, it has a slash songs and slash books. So basically, when our application wants to do a full text search, it will first send a search request here at songs with a Q parameter, and with the Q parameter, we'll have the text that the search words that we're gonna search in our index. Um, so that's kind of what we're gonna do here. Basically, do a search on the query using our modifiers, and then we're going to slice it by the limit. So we're going to limit it because, as you can see, there's a lot of songs, so I don't want to return all that. So I'm just going to return about 1,000 of them. Um, that's just up here. Um, and then we have these modifiers just kind of describing how do we want to do our search. So we kind of want to have our title to be uh, kind of the main um, driving force, but we can also have the book code as a second way replace. Um, and yeah, that's kind of basically it. Once it does its search, it returns the search results in an array for in JSON format, and then our application is able to use that. So right now, I'm going to start the main application. So I'm going to go into my Facebook library and then do run ng serve, and this will start compiling and running our data. So right now, I'm just going to give you kind of a layout of the project. So basically, our app contains all our pages, and we basically have many different components because this is kind of the Angular way, creating different components. So these are kind of all the screens that I have and components, but mainly these are going to be the pages. So I got the book code, favorites page, home page, and then maybe in book codes I have, you know, book codes details. So if I wanted to see all the associated songs with the book code, I would use this page. Um, and then the book codes search page will be able to search for book codes, and songs kind of follow the same structure. And also there's a sign in component and sign up component. So right now it just finished compiling, so then we can kind of go into this application. So right now, let me just try to create a user. So I'm gonna do a username Dave Pierre, so myself, and let's do Dave Pierre at cmail.com. Okay, and then if I do winter 2021, as you can see, this was kind of lighted up as I put in the last password for text field, and it's just doing validations. Um, so if I just try to log in, first, sorry. So if I click on create account, it just tells me it's been successful, and then it directs me, logs me into my page. But I'm just gonna sign out for now, and then I'm just gonna sign in with my login, and I'm just gonna put in the wrong password. And if I click on the login page, it says this is invalid, or the user does not have a password. So it makes me retry again, and then if I actually put in the correct password, it should log me in straight there. So this is the home page. As you can see, this is the name that I was put in the text field, and then it kind of displays this here. This is the email that I create the account with, and this is just a description about kind of the application a little bit. And then I have this tab bar that I'm able to use. So if I click on the favorites, I can see all my favorites. Unfortunately, I don't have any at this moment. But let's go to my songs tab, and as you can see, it changes up here as well. Let's search for songs that has jazz in it. These are all my search results, and I get a result of 50. And if I go back to my API, as you can see, I'm getting the request right here, and this is the kind of the size of the index. So how much records that's gonna search through. So um, I can kind of go through the results by just clicking here, just to make a nice table. Uh, let's maybe search for songs. And then again, search all the things that contain the word songs or song. And then these are kind of my search results, and these are kind of the best ones from here. Let's say if I want to, and these have the same title, but they're from different books. But let's say if I wanted to add this song, I click on the hyperlink. This is just showing the details of that page. This is the page number that's found on this book. This it's found in this book code. And then let's click on the favorite, and then it says, you know, this song is added to my favorites. Um, and yeah, so yeah, that's pretty nice. If I click on this back button, I go on my favorites. As you can see, it's it's here. So then let's say if I want to go my book codes, I type in jazz as well. Should bring me all book codes. And then let's go for this result. I only got a result of 20. The jazz collection. Let's check this out. This is just showing the jazz book code for the jazz collection. This is the title. This is the ID of it. Unfortunately, the file name is unavailable, but the number of songs is 266. And then this is the songs that are on the page. So you can see Amen is on page 1, 2, and then, after good, all these songs are here. And then if I can cycle through them, it comes, I guess, nice and orderly, alphabetical order, which is nice. But let's say, again, if I want to click on here, oh, I'm able to favorite this, and then this was added to my favorites. And then if I click on back, I go here. This is all my favorites. And then, yeah, so then I'm able to say, hey, do I want this in my favorites? I can click delete, and it just deletes out of the page. And yeah, it kind of just updates, which is really nice. And then I'm able to delete all my favorites, and then all of my favorite songs are deleted. So then there's also the sign out button. Um, but before I do that, I'm just going to show, just gonna close my server, um, and then you'll see if I go here, if I do maybe song, um, it just unfortunately the server is not available. It just shows you that a little bit an error message. Um, just shows me, okay, maybe the song, this was the HTTP request that I try to make with the application, and it just gives me a suggestion, which is really nice. And then it retries it again. That's why we get it a second time. So yeah. So then, if I do, if I do like, if I also click on here, I try to go on this page, and then it kind of gets you this error page not found page. And then yeah, that's basically it for the application. And then um, you can sign out. And then that's basically my application. Thank you so much. But this is also just like the database associated. So I created a Google account called Angular Firebase Project, and this will kind of represent or hold our data. As I mentioned previously, these are some other users. Um, yeah, so this was the user that I believe we created. And then you can see your favorite songs here. Um, and these are from other users, and just uses the UID. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you so much.